Now, some of you remember a while back when we covered this story from Detroit rapper Skilla Baby, who was asked on the podcast, "Baby, this is Keke Palmer," about Eminem's position in Detroit.
The best Detroit rapper is Eminem, but the gag is...
I don't know, because if you think number-wise, Eminem is the best Detroit rapper, but the gag is nobody would say that in Detroit.
Woo! Now that's T-Boo. Now that's T-Boo.
Everybody had their turn being the best in the city, but what we lack is consistency. Nobody has consistently been Detroit's best rapper or favorite rapper. They all been Detroit's favorite at a point in time. Nobody has consistently been the top rapper in Detroit. Now, number-wise, Eminem, but nobody in Detroit plays Eminem right now, I'm not gonna lie. And I was an Eminem fan as a kid, so do we consider him our best rapper? I don't think Detroit does.
And back then, it sparked a roasting session, as this became all too common from Detroit rappers, as we've got receipts on the likes of Skilla Baby, I Swear Vizzo, and of course, some were asking back then, is Skilla Baby the voice of Detroit? But all in all, it turns out that everyone who pointed out how they were salty because they didn't have access to Eminem like, say, Royce the 5'9", were all correct when it comes to why these Detroit rappers acted that way. And a few hours ago, we got some clarification from Skilla Baby about the reason behind the Eminem saltiness and slander. And before we get to it today, we also have one that came out of left field from Eminem's daughter Hailie, who recently announced a mini-series that they were working on when she was pregnant. And today we'll be starting with one that shows how global Eminem's been since his breakthrough in '99, as it didn't matter where you were from or even your background or language. And now we got pop stars from America Selena Gomez and from Colombia Karol G recently revealed their GOAT rappers on GOAT Talk.
GOAT rapper. The first rapper in my life that I was like super obsessed with was Eminem. And then now, like, I think for me, Nicki Minaj, for me, like, it's one of the best. So you turn.
So one of mine was Eminem, only because I grew up listening to, my dad was a DJ, so he would remix all kinds of songs, and every time it was an Eminem song, I would just get so excited. But can I tell you my first one that I had a crush on? Ice.
My God, but he's amazing. Like,
I know,
what?
but I
like I never could tell that
I had the biggest crush on him.
Really?
I was like 5.
I love that.
It's so weird, but I just thought he would protect me.
But I would never say that I didn't have.
Yeah, I'm just only saying it simply based on my childhood.
Love it.
But, you know. Wait.
And these days, pop stars can't even reveal their favorite artist without someone getting pressed, as some really don't understand how Eminem broke that language barrier. She don't even speak English, one user said. And perhaps this user missed the fact that many users have come forward on social media to reveal that they learned to speak English because of Eminem.
Oh, and the American one? Don't even ask me where the American one is coming from. That just happened. Blame YouTube and Eminem, because that's how I learned English.
And I've got anecdotal evidence to back this up, not just receipts online. And this one got me rolling. A white girl likes Nicki and Eminem? Are we supposed to be surprised? You thought that she was gonna say Jadakiss, which is hilarious because there are studies that have been done already that you can easily find where data was collected from veteran rappers, and guess what? Eminem was the most mentioned top 5 rapper of all time. Now what? Oh, and don't forget that the most streamed international rapper in the African continent was Eminem when we covered the report a few years back. And of course, some users pulled up receipts from a familiar voice in hip-hop who made these comments back in 2010 about Nicki Minaj and Eminem.
Oh, this is gonna be like such a big statement, I think, and such a big thing to fill, but I think the scariest artist is definitely Nicki Minaj. And I think she has the most potential out of everyone to be the number 2 rapper of all time. Because nobody's gonna be bigger than Eminem.
Of all time.
Yeah, of all time. Because nobody's gonna be bigger than Eminem.
Of all time.
Yeah, of all time.
And perhaps I missed it, but similar to how rappers made Eminem the most mentioned top 5 rapper of all time, as far as I know, the man in that clip we just played never identified as a white girl. And moving on, we got Eminem's daughter recently revealed a miniseries that they were working on when she was pregnant, and the trailer for Just a Little Reno hit hit the web a few hours ago, and it is about the transformation of her co-host and best friend's home. And users on Reddit have no chill as this comment got the ball rolling. Isn't it crazy that this is Eminem's daughter in a good way? Like, considering all we've seen and heard from Em, especially in the early days, the hockey mask shrooms-taking white boy's daughter has grown up to be the most normal, upper-class, well-adjusted white girl you've ever seen, laughing emoji. And boy, that outfit continues to haunt Will Smith's son, Jaden Smith, as in response to this, a user pulled up the castle hat photo and added the caption. So, Eminem said everything a person can say, insulted everyone, did every drug, and his daughters turned out to be the most normal, down-to-earth, adjusted girls you can find. Will Smith cried about rapping without cursing, and this is his son, so insecure and effed up that he needs to continually pull stunts in order to get noticed. Go figure. But to be fair, perhaps Eminem's move to make sure that his daughters didn't become, quote, celebrities before they became adults probably helped, because it is quite difficult for child stars to grow up to become well-adjusted adults. Add that to the fact that he's also had some good luck on his side, because it is kids who grew up in good homes, the best you could ask for, who still became demons working the earth. So this is where some good luck comes into play, and this blew up under the thread. She better put an elevator in the house. And moving on to the main topic today, we got Skilla Baby provide some clarification on why they have been salty about Eminem through the years, and this time around he was more expressive and articulate about the issue the younger rappers from Detroit have with the legend. And pay attention to the clip you're about to see, because we got something in there that's connected to the comments we made in response to Karol G and Selena Gomez, and I'll be looking forward to your thoughts in the comment section for those who could spot what I'm talking about.
There's so many artists that's great from Detroit. Like Big Sean still the biggest, Eminem still the biggest. Like we got T Grizzly, like we got the biggest artists biggest rap artists in the world. Eminem.
Eminem is the biggest.
The biggest.
Be honest, man. When I was in Vietnam, the kid, I only know Michael Jackson and Eminem. I didn't know nobody else. Nobody else in music and rap. You know, Vietnam is so limited about radio. That's crazy.
Did you ever meet Eminem yet?
No, I haven't met Eminem yet. I would love to. All the artists in Detroit would love to meet Eminem. That's why he get a lot of it'd be like a lot of push from us. A lot of people be like pushing away from Eminem in Detroit because we really want to meet him so bad.
He never do tour though.
Yeah, he's such a great artist and he's so big that he doesn't have to. But that's where the disconnect from us and Eminem is, because we actually genuinely just want to meet him. Like every artist from Detroit would love to be in the same room as Eminem, and that's why it's a disconnect from us. And people be thinking like,
listen,
Detroit artists
do that. You know, he inspires a lot of young coming up artists.
Like we look up to him. It come off wrong because we kind of young and it's a disconnect there in the street. It's the street stuff and stuff like that. And maybe he didn't grow up street like us, but we look up to Eminem just off his path, off how he made it, where he come from. He been on the same streets as us. So it's like the biggest rapper in the world by far, and you from where we from. And a lot of us still haven't seen you, and that just like, that crushes.
Nobody know one day you could be bigger than Eminem. Nobody know one day you could be bigger than Eminem. Would you do that like him? Like don't do tour show.
No, I'm definitely
just release the music.
I'm definitely gonna tour and do all that. I love doing it, so I would definitely do it.
Thinking, yeah.
Also, he's older. He's 50 something, so it's like he might not have that desire. He might just want to sit at home with his family, and I understand that too. But it's like we still love you. You're from Detroit, like, and it's like everybody else see you when we don't. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we want to be able to touch Eminem and be like, that's ours. Like, you get what I'm saying? Eminem is ours, but we can't really claim him because we never seen him. But everybody know he from Detroit. Like, he rep Detroit. But
got a
it's
movie
like,
called 8 Mile, yeah.
We want to embrace Eminem, but it's like hard to embrace something that you never see.
And something tells me some of the comments we made in our previous videos on this somehow got to Skilla Baby, as BACKLASH back then we pulled up receipts directly from Spotify that showed none of the new Detroit rappers ever hit the peak monthly listeners that Eminem hit in Detroit in 2024, shortly after he claimed that no one was listening to M in Detroit. I'm talking zero, none of them. And this time around, as you heard, he sounded more informed about Eminem's career, not just in the United States, but also in the world. And the fact that Skilla Baby changed his tone has sparked reactions like, I thought this guy blasted M, why does he want to meet him now? Laughing emojis. And to this a user responded with, he saw how Babytron got his first Billboard charted song video with M, more attention to his music. Long story short, he wants that too. And it is crazy because we've covered the whole arc from another rapper, I Swear Vezo, who went from saying he grew up listening to Eminem when he was young to claiming he didn't listen to M, and then it ended in another interview where he said he grew up listening to M. All this in 3 separate interviews, although in Vezo's case, thanks to 50 Cent, he ended up meeting up with M. But all in all, this was much better from Skilla Baby this time around. At least he was honest about the origins of that saltiness. You'd think it was straight from Iceland.
This salt cost 30 times the price of table salt. It is mined by hand from the tears of the salty.